in about 2 minutes. So make sure you have all of your materials. Make sure you have some paper, a pencil if you want to draw with a pencil. I'm drawing with a Sharpie because it's a little bit easier to see on my screen than a pencil. And remember, use the chat feature if you have any questions. I have everybody muted just so everyone can hear. And remember to email a picture of your drawing to your teacher. And please send one to me too, because I want to see them too. Because I know I have some kiddos joining that are not from my class. So I'd like to see them too. So we'll start in about 1 minute. You can see kind of a little preview of what our drawing is going to be today. And I'll show you what he does in just a minute. Okay, so our drawing today is a shark. But wait, there's more. Yes, Luke, you're absolutely correct. His mouth opens. So that means that our drawing is not only drawing today, there's a little bit of folding going on too. So the folding part we'll go over real slow to make sure everybody gets it, because it can be a little bit tricky. So I'm gonna move my shark off to the side so he's not in the way. And I'm gonna get my paper out. So the very first thing that we have to do is we have to fold our shark puppet. So we're gonna take the top part and fold it all the way down to the bottom. So make sure you line up the corners. Sorry, I'm streaming this from my phone too. So if my volume is a little bit quiet, I apologize. I'm gonna try moving down a little bit closer. There, that might be a little bit better. I was standing above my phone. Okay, so next we're gonna take the top part of our folded paper and we're gonna fold it up to that crease. Oops, mine's a little bit wonky. I'm gonna fix that. Perfect. Looks good, Colin. And then you're gonna take your folded up paper, flip it over to the back side. You're gonna do the same thing and fold that bottom part all the way up to the top. So it's a long, skinny shape now. So I'll go back through that one more time, just so everybody can see it. So we'll start with our paper tall ways, fold it straight down and crease. Take the bottom, fold it to the top and crease. Flip it over and do the same thing. And you should end up with this little accordion shape. So then you can unfold one side of it and flip it back over. Make sure that your paper would open up like this. So if you do it this way, its mouth is going to open funky, and if you do it the other way, it's not going to open. So make sure that your fold is on the top so it'll open like this. And to do is we're going to draw kind of the outside of the shark's body. So pay attention kind of to that fold line, because you don't want to cross too much over that. So we're going to start with drawing a half circle on the top, but you want to make sure you leave a little bit of space at the top for his fin. So we're going to start over here and draw a half circle. Mine's a little bit big, so his top fin's going to be really short, but that's okay. Then you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. and draw kind of a half circle for the rest of his body. So you should have kind of a circle-y shape that's crossing over that fold. So the next thing we're gonna do is draw his fin, his dorsal fin. And like I said, I drew mine a little bit too close to the top, so mine's gonna be a short fin. But if you drew yours smaller, like my original shark, his fin will be a little bit taller. So we're just going to draw a nice little triangle fin. Our next part is going to be very similar to our baby Yoda. We're gonna do his eyes next. So we're gonna draw some circles that go almost all the way down to the fold, but not quite all the way there. So we don't want them to cross over. And then I'm gonna add the little circles to show that his eyes are shiny. And I'm gonna fill in his eyes. So after we fill in his eyes, our shark needs little nostrils. Now, sharks don't have noses like we do. Sharks just have kind of little holes in their face. So we're gonna draw 2 little dots to show his nose. The next thing our shark needs is some fins to swim with. So down on the bottom part, we're gonna draw 2 fins. So the fins look kind of like leaf shapes. So they're going to be curved and then pointed just a little bit at the end. And then the same thing on the other side. Oh, I'll slow down a little bit. Sorry about that. So our next step is going to be the inside of the shark's mouth. So for this part, we need to open up our shark. So our next step, we have to draw the inside of our shark's mouth. So we're gonna draw straight lines connecting the top of his head down to the bottom of his head. No, Sarah, it's not the guts, it's just his mouth. So we're just gonna draw a straight line down to connect the top of his head down to the bottom of his body. All right, guys, focus on your drawings and a little bit less on the chat so we can all stay caught up. All right, so now we're gonna draw we're gonna start the mouth. So for this part, we are going to draw kind of a big rectangle. So the top line is going to be just below the fold. So if you want to make sure that you're getting it below the fold, I folded down the top part when I first did mine, so I didn't go over. So you want to make sure that you can't see this from the outside. And then we're going to draw straight down and do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to fold mine up on the bottom so that I don't cross over. So he has a very big square mouth or rectangle mouth so far. Kind of like the mouth that I just saw, the very big mouth I just saw from the Horsley family. I think I couldn't tell whose mouth that was. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I see it. Okay, let's focus on drawing, guys. Okay, our next step is his teeth. Sharks have some pretty scary sharp teeth. So we are going to draw a set of triangle teeth going all the way across the top of his mouth. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom. Everyone's is looking really good so far. I have some people that have been holding theirs up and they look really nice. Oh, they look really scary. Looks good. Nice, everyone's is looking really good so far. Okay, so our next part is going to be his tongue. So right around the middle, we're gonna draw kind of like a U shape. And then we're gonna round out the top with 2 little bumps. So it kind of looks like a heart, but it's not pointy. And that's his tongue. Then above his tongue, we're gonna draw the little dangly thing that's in the back of your throat. Looks like a little punching bag. And we're gonna draw like a little teardrop shape. But it's open at the top. Looks good, Colin. Okay, our next step after we've drawn kind of the inside of his throat, we're gonna draw the rest of his throat. So we're gonna connect the top part of the little punching bag in the back of his throat to his tongue with like a big round circle. Mine's a little lopsided, but that's okay. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll through everybody's. Oh, looks good. Looks good, everyone's is looking good. Nice. Looks good. Everyone's sharks are looking awesome. Okay, so this would be the part of the drawing since we're kind of done with the shark part. If you want to add any little fish around him or bubbles, or on mine, because he looks like he's going om nom nom with his big mouth, I'm gonna draw a little speech bubble off to the side. So it looks like when he opens his mouth, he's going om nom nom and eating all the fish. So that is just about it. That is how we draw our shark puppets.